Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 22 as we continue our worst to first run with Williams Racing. And we are not the worst. We are in 8th place, which is an improvement over last season, barely, and maybe a little luckily because of things that you guys saw a couple episodes ago. But no, I think that was a really good race. We played that one pretty well, despite the issues with Hogger. Last race was not so great. I really just breezed through the last race because I was like, every time I was about to come back in and really kind of micromanage, you know, on a fresh set of tires or something like that, we would spin out and then we'd lose some ground. And then eventually we just got to the point where it was like, we're not getting this back. You know, there's nothing we can do. So we just got to spin through the rest of the race. It was unfortunate, but I'm not sure how much control we have over spin outs, other than just continuing to get better drivers or improve our drivers or, you know, whatever you want to look at it. So speaking of drivers, they do both have development points. So we are going to go ahead and put some points in here. I mean, running wild while racing, that just happened, to be fair. Reaction would be good, honestly. I think we're just going to keep working on our weakest links as we kind of go through these. Okay, let's go back to Hogger. Your weakest link is still your smoothness, buddy. Actually, reaction as well. I'll give you reaction in this time as well. Do you have a point? You do have a point. Yours is adaptability and defending. Not really super critical for someone like you, who's just a reserve driver, but we'll keep giving you stuff where we can. Just out of curiosity, where are these guys from? Norway and France. That makes sense. Still need another driver for good old Hogger here. Got 2 years left on his contract, but I definitely would be okay with breaking that early if we felt like we got somebody who's worth bringing into that spot. Side power research did get completed. Awesome. Sporting changes. All right, so what are we looking for? Pole position bonus point. Yes. Fastest lap bonus point stays a yes. Double points for the last rate becomes a yes. And then points allocation stays the same. So it's really just the big one that's changed would be double points and pole position bonus point. I'm going to go vote against it. I don't think this helps us. So, yeah. Okay. How are we looking on parts? We've only got 2 chassis. Did we? Why don't we only have 2 chassis? Did I not? Oh, I didn't make... I think I only made one of each, and then I never got around to making the other ones. Okay. We do need another front wing. Rear wing, we're good. Side pods, we're good. Underfloor, we're good. Suspension, we're not good. Unless we're making one right now. Does not look like it. And then I guess we'll need a pair of chassis. Just to make sure we're covered. Maybe we don't need this much, but I think I already learned my lesson on trying to be risky. So we're not going to do that again. Oh, okay, research. Cars. Developments. Current projects are still being researched are underfloor and front wing. So we still want to save our stuff for the front wing, or for the underfloor. But I think we want to do probably some rear wing stuff. Really what I'm going to look at though, let's go look at the design for a second. What I'm looking to pay attention to is the car expertise overall. So we're like, you know, 67 up to 75 on rear wing. Can't do anything for the front wing, can't do anything for the floor right now. I wanted to check these just to see where we're at, because yeah, it's not going to show us, unfortunately, the expertise right now. Is there a place to show the expertise anywhere? think there is. Unless it's in here somewhere. No, it wouldn't be. Is that the expertise right there? I think that might be the expertise. I can't tell. Really feel like our front wing is our weakest link right now. Of the three like main ones that I've learned are... Actually, our underfloor is not great either. So hopefully our development on that is working. Do I want to kind of hold off? Oh, there's where all my parts are. I was not seeing it for some reason. I guess I just have to hover over this. Fair enough. So yeah, we are missing suspension. We're missing front wing and 2 chassis. Good. Good to know. Just trying to think of what the best way to go about this is. I feel like our rear wing is actually really good. So more than likely, we could probably avoid more on the rear wing right this second and continue on some of these other ones that are probably not as good. So on that note, probably just whatever we are worst on that would help us the most. Chassis, side pods, suspension. They all help basically the same thing. So, not sure if any of these really jump out at me as like, oh, wow. I mean, this one's brake cooling, this one's engine cooling, and this one's engine cooling. But they all help top speed and acceleration. All right, let's do it this way. Which of these is... We're at 52% expertise here. All the way down to 30% for cooling and 46 for cars. So 46 to 52. This one's up in the 60s, so that side pods are actually really good. It's looking like our suspension is probably our worst. So I think we're going to start our research on a suspension. Not going to put any hours in. Let's see. So we're going to go into focus. We're going to go ahead and go to probably, what's race performance give us? A little bit of everything. Lower brake cooling. Honestly, this is probably okay. Yeah, this is actually probably about where we would want it. I don't want to optimize cooling. Balanced, I don't think I want. Yeah, I think this is what we're looking for. Something like this. I would lower cooling more if it wasn't already lowered. We still get a gain for cooling, but just not a much of a gain. But yeah, we're definitely pretty low on our suspension research right now. I think this is fine. The other things might be more important, but we can't just completely ignore things like suspension and stuff. There's our front wing. I haven't been doing any scouting lately. I don't know if it really needed it, quite frankly. But I guess I can do a little bit more scouting. Specifically on people that are good rating. That might be like free agents, for example. Like Yuki here. I mean, if he's available. Let's do some scouting. Did we? Oh, I guess we already did some standard scouting. It's only got average growth potential, but... I mean, he's already at a 77. Maybe something like this would be good to bring in. I like the idea of having guys that can grow, but, you know, if we're going to get rid of Hogger at some point, maybe we need somebody like that after all. Richard Vashore. I bet he's got a potential for, oh, he's not a free agent. I was looking at the wrong thing. Free agent down here, Ralph. 25 years old. Start with some scatter scouting. Just see what his potential improvements are. And then, hey, there's this guy named Nicholas Latifi. I feel like we've seen him somewhere before. It was a joke, obviously. Van Dorn, 31 years old. I don't think I want to go with that. I want to go with someone who's a little bit probably younger. 25 is probably my max, quite frankly. Liam Lawson. Okay, maybe. We'll see what this guy's got going for him. I mean, he's not as high rated as our guy at 71 currently is, but who's to say that could not end up being better, you know? We obviously know Hogger has some issues. For some reason, Hogger has some issues. All right, to the race weekend. Man, it's just like race after race after race. I like the development stuff, and we don't get to do much of it between races. Obviously, the races are the point, to be fair. Rain and rain. Great. This is going to be terrible for us. This is going to be I don't know. I still don't understand the rain. I still don't get how the rain... Because it just... The reason I don't understand the rain is because there's no... It's like all subjective. There's no objective way to say how much rain is actually going to be on the track. It's all this much rain, or, you know, like, and that this much is just compared to this much, and it doesn't mean that this is 3 inches. It just means that, let's say this is 6 inches, this is 3 inches, but if this is only 4 inches, this is like, it doesn't tell us. It frustrates me. Why doesn't it tell us how much rain is going to be? Maybe it's not realistic to tell us how much rain is going to be there, but it's just, I don't understand. All right. Oh, so yeah, I actually think this is going to be a throwaway race, quite frankly, with the rain. I don't think there's anything we can do to... I don't think we're going to be very good on this race. And that is entirely because of me. All right, what we got? We got Spielberg, Austria. Straits is a bit out, so I probably will bring that one back. Do that. We'll go with that. Run plan will be 20 laps. Compounds, don't know. I guess we'll go with softs for now. All right, looks all right. Actually, I wonder if I even still need to manage these or not. I feel like with the stuff that we can get changing settings, I think we actually can just simulate these from now on. Speed things up a little bit. Why not? Let's try it. Yeah, we're starting off at 89%, so pretty good. All All right, so we're there. We are there. There. Looks good. And there. And this becomes great, 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 good, and optimal. All right. What do you want to change? So, drop this down slightly. That stays. This goes up, actually. This goes up a smidge. And this goes up a tiny bit. Looks pretty good, actually. We'll just leave the plan as is. That's fine. Honestly, everything else looks okay. Yes. How are you already at 14? Something's wrong there. You can't be at 14 to 15 performance. That does not make sense. All right, so we are great, 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 good, and optimal. Cool. Looks good. I think everything else is fine. Let's go. Way to go, Theo. 96. Not bad. So yeah, one more tweak and we got this locked in. So that's more. I was going to say that performance bonus looks correct now. I don't know why the other one was kind of had a moment of weirdness. Really just the track knowledge is all that they're lacking, because I think the 90% is good enough to get the full points here. Obviously, we'll go ahead and continue to improve it a little bit.
Welcome back as we continue.
All right, back to car number 1. All right, we are 2 greats. And the rest optimal. For a total of 2 setups left that could potentially make improvements here. Yep, we'll try that. Oh, that looks good. You are at 4.5. Da, 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 da. Right. Great. Great. Only good, so that one dropped. Great and optimal. And there's only 4 setups for this guy that could be really improvements according to this. All right, so we'll go with that and go. Theo's hanging in there. Oh, well, that's because of penalties. That doesn't count. Yep, full 15. Perfect. That is awesome. So there we go. We don't even have to do this practice anymore. We got this locked in. Oh, now for the rain. Figure out the rain after this qualifying. All right. Let's put the good engine back on. ERS is only 1. Gearbox. Guess we'll hang with this one for now. I think it's good enough for now. Okay, good stuff. All right, let's start this. I'm going to say 18th and 20th. Oh, Theo woke up. 16th and 20th. Is that because people still got penalties? One of them does, for sure. So not bad. Almost got to that 15th mark.
It's race day with the teams and drivers.
All right, let's check some things here. We want to look at... First off, we want to look at DRSs. There are 3 zones. I mean, that's almost the entire track is DRS. That's crazy. That could help us. If almost the entire track is DRS, that could help us. I mean, these just back to back. This is insane. I don't think they're very long, but I could be wrong. Yeah, because this track is definitely shorter than that last one was. I think it was over 5 something, right? Car attributes, time considerations. Average pit time. It's 27 seconds. That's pretty excessive. 13 seconds with a safety car. There is a 60% chance of a safety car, although it's going to be raining, so I'm sure that has to play a factor as well. Very little degradation loss between the tires. Very little difference, I should say. So I wonder if this is one that softs just doesn't make enough of a difference. Well, we'll see. All right, so we are going to... Everything looks good here, 100%. Okay, so let's go into this. I know we got to figure out the rain. I guess, why did I even look at the degradation loss? We've got to deal with the rain. It is 1, 2, 3 laps, maybe 4 laps before we really get into the rain. Do we run softs for 4 laps? And is rain accounted for here? In the timings and stuff. I mean, we're definitely ending on wets, right? So somewhere right about there, we're definitely on wets. Wait, I wish it showed the rain here. I guess it does here. Okay. So add a couple stints here. So definitely wets back here on the end, starting at lap kind of around 45. We'll adjust that as needed, but probably around 45 is wets. Possibly some weights in here somewhere, but also we might be able to get by with inters. So I'm going to say from lap 5 on is inters. I don't know if they'll last that long, but we'll check in a second. And then maybe we just go crazy on some softs and then we pit. That seems insane. I suspect that this is not... No, we actually would make it. I don't know if you go that much aggression on wets. How much do you trust the wets to go that crazy, right? So I think this is just taking into account the fact that inners are slightly faster tires just in general. Not necessarily that inners are the right... If this is the right swapping point or anything like that. I don't think it's actually taking that into account. I don't know. Maybe we try something like this. Early, that seems like such a crazy pit time. But if we don't, we're going to lose so much time. I think whatever time we lose in the pit, we'll gain in not being on the wrong tires from the beginning. I'm not sure if I like this. I mean, this is 6 seconds slower than any of these, but that's again because the tire choices, right? It's got to be, we've got to have some sort of wet or some sort of water compound. So same kind of thing. Add 2 more stints. Probably around lap 5. We come in for inners, and then lap 45. We come in for wets, and I might just leave it like this for both of them, and just expect that I'm going to adjust based on who's where within the race. Don't know. Not sure if I'm liking either of these options, but we're going to try it. Okay, we'll go with it. If I can figure out how to manage the rain, we might actually be all right.
It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Are we the only ones on? No, we're not. Everybody else is on something. We are on the fastest compound of anybody. And I know we're going to have to swap before any of that matters, right? So I actually think we did make a better choice in that regard. Now, whether or not we're going to pit properly from this point forward, that's a different question. It's funny that we've already got the pit windows in one lap. That's hilarious. All right. Oh man, slow down here. Not good.
There's an overtake from Williams.
The pitting strategy is really what's going to make or break this race more than anything else.
It's a good job.
Being on the wrong compound in the wet, or the sort of wet, you know, the intermediate wet, is such a major
Position just
difference.
gained by Williams.
I'm actually going to turn my camera off just so you guys can see the wet as it's coming. I don't usually do it because there's not usually much on up here that you guys need to see, but in this case there is. So we'll go without camera for this race. I don't really care how long your tires are getting, buddy. You are going to be off of them extremely soon.
Keep doing what you're doing.
So we're in our pit window already. 3 minutes until we really see what's going on with the weather. Again, so it updates. Even if the rain gets delayed a little bit, we still have actually quite a bit of life on these softs. So even pushing this hard shouldn't be too big of a penalty for us. Yeah, I don't care about your worn tires, buddy. You're fine. Goodness gracious. That was a pretty good move, buddy.
DRS is enabled. You're doing good.
Still no rain, though. Come on. Keep it up. Go, 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 go. Another DRS. And then we're about to go into the one and only section that doesn't have DRS for a bit, but then we'll
That's good.
immediately get DRS right after that. I mean, being on this faster compound is helping. But it could all fall apart once the rain starts falling. Now here comes the rain.
Two comes.
Here comes the rain.
So it's raining. Just watch out.
Get up to 0.5 millimeter. I think I'm going to bring you back down to aggressive. I don't want to go too crazy as it's starting to get wet, and these tires are, you know, they're good up to 1 millimeter effect theoretically, but You know, I don't know how crazy we want to go pushing them. Do we schedule a pit for Hogger here? I think we go ahead and pit Hogger. I think we're going to get that 1mm that we're looking for pretty quickly here. It's possible that then Broyar stays out too long, but everybody else is going to be out basically the same anyway. So the rain's only going to get worse. We know this is not going to get any better than this for quite some time. So we are going to go ahead and pit you. Honestly, this might be a mistake. We might have left Theo out too long already. What's the gap here? What's the total gap? 4 seconds? 5 seconds? We could almost stack them, but I just don't know that we should. All right, we're going to go pit options. We're going to go ahead and go to inners, and we're going to go ahead and pit this lap. I'm going to hope that we can leave you out longer. As we get over 1mm, I need to drop you down to just standard because I don't want you to go crazy here.
Seems to be quite
In fact, might even drop you off to balanced. Does everybody pit? Surely the people have to take pits in pairs, right? Which probably means I should have pit my leader, who's doing better, first. What's the gap here now? 6. You know what? I think we can pit them both. This may be a massive, massive mistake. But if anything, we delay the second guy, not the first. And I'd rather make sure you're on the correct tires. Even if we delay Hogger just a smidge.
And box.
And I have to assume everybody else is going to pit here shortly. As we're getting up to 2mm.
Leaf core increase, please.
I'll just keep it easy. They pass us a little bit, that's fine. I don't want to go crazy here.
You can afford to drop back.
Actually going to drop you down to balance as well. I don't want to over push these tires on this slick road. All right, there we go. There's a bunch of pits. So we're pitting. Can we get out before Hogger comes? Let's change to Hogger. Did we get there at the same time? Is there enough of a gap? It's really the stop time is what we got to look at. And we're all the way at the end. No, we're still there. Why are we still there? I did not expect that. I was thinking about this time. I don't know what those couple extra seconds were. Again, I'd rather pit Hogger. The 2 seconds that he just lost there, he would have lost more had he stayed out. Let's put it that way. So I think the stacking, not ideal, was okay. All right, so the plan called for going hyper aggressive on these, didn't it? Maybe not super aggressive, but aggressive, literally the word aggressive, I guess. We're going to go push for now. Same with you, aggressive and push, just for a little bit. So how many of these people are on the wrong tires? Quite a few. So in theory, we should start gaining some ground on them. Although presumably they're all going to pit this time as well. Unfortunately, we are not getting DRS right now. I mean, I could push a little bit more to catch up with some of these guys. I think we're going to start catching up here shortly, though. All right, I think we're about to get within a second. There we go. We should get this next DRS. Actually, we should potentially pass these guys because this guy's on the wrong tires. Yep. Look at that. Oh, man. What a move. Okay, now everybody else is pit that hadn't pit before. Oh, that AlphaTauri guy is so fast right here. But we got the corner. Can we keep it? No. Dude, what are you doing out here? Oh, I think for a second there, it showed him on red tires. I guess they hadn't updated the graphic yet. That's kind of funny. All right, so we're at 2.87 millimeters. So really the big thing now is when to go on wets. Man, number 1 is so far ahead of everybody. That is insane. We're barely... Oh, did we not get DRS here? I don't think we got DRS. That's unfortunate. I thought we had it, and then we didn't. So we're going to get past here, unfortunately. I guess I should really deploy here, see if we can catch up at all.
Make sure you give some energy.
We're not going to deploy on this part. We're going to deploy on this next part as we come around the corner. I'm going to have you start deploying as well as you're coming into these kind of back bits.
Yeah. Deploy.
Okay, so now we're within a second. And I think we can go back to neutral now that we're within a second. What about you? You're not within a second, so we got to keep you going a little bit longer. I just need to get back within DRS again. And also keep an eye on it and see if it starts losing it again. We're starting to lose it briefly. Did we get it? I think we get it. Right? Where's DRS? Is it not kicked in yet? Did we not? How did we not get that? Or is it this next section? Am I getting confused? You're still too far back, unfortunately. We're going to go back to neutral. I don't think there's much we can do right this second. Why aren't we getting DRS? Is there no DRS in the rain? Is that the thing? I actually hadn't thought about it. Alright, it's down to 2.25 millimeters. There must not be DRS in the rain, because I would assume we would have had some by now.
Yellow.
Sounds like a spin.
I mean, for safety reasons, I could see why there wouldn't be, but it hadn't occurred to me, to be honest. It's getting, the rain's starting to fall off a bit, but then it's going to come back again. So we're still okay. If anything, we might get into the wet territory more than we would like, but we're going to play this out. Keep the strategy going. Augur's really just doesn't have it to get into this, to be unfortunately. Theo's looking really, really good. Oh my goodness, that was a little scary. That was a lot scary. I thought we were about to see a massive explosion and body parts flying off that one. Okay, so I'm not super concerned about staying within a second then if there is no DRS. I'm sure there's somewhere in the rules, and you guys obviously probably already know because you guys watch F1. Well, some of you guys do. So you guys would know. All right, here comes the rain again. Probably will go past that 4 millimeter mark, which is where inners are the best. Question is... All right, so we're at 3.5 now. And it's definitely going to get more. And we're definitely going to get up into the wet territory. Huh. I don't know what we do. Now we are starting to slow down quite a bit here. This is what it is, I guess. So it is officially wet past 4 millimeters. And as our best guess tells us, it's going to stay... If this is wet right here, it's going to stay above that mark for quite some time. Do we go to wets? Or is that a massive, massive mistake? Again, it's not going to be any better than it is right now until lap 40. And even then, it's only for a couple laps. Maybe 38. I think we've got to risk pitting. I think it could be either the best move or the worst move all at the exact same time. We are not far enough away. We're going to leave Hogger out one more lap just to see what everybody else does. Worst case, we leave him out on inners and that's fine. We're going to pit you early on wets. Maybe a huge mistake. But we know it's going to continue to get wet, right? I'm also going to drop you guys... Well, once it gets up to about 4.5 millimeters, I'll probably drop you down. I think we're still okay for a little bit of aggression for right now. And then we're going to stop. And we're also going to drop this back because I just don't want to... I don't want to have a crash here just because we're going a little aggressive on tires that maybe aren't completely designed for this level of moistness. I'm sorry if you're somebody who hates that word. I should not have said that. I apologize. It would not surprise me if we're the only people that pit here. Nope. Leader's pitting. Okay. Well, if Leader's pitting, then yeah. Well, of course, he can afford it. He has the flexibility to afford it, to be fair. But no, a lot of people are pitting. So this is the right move. In fact, kind of going back to what I said before, even with the delay, it's the right move to pitch you. You're going to be delayed less being on the correct tires than... if we leave you out there.
So boxing this lap.
Now, not everybody's pitting, though. A lot of people are. And it is definitely getting very wet. I know you're going to have to wait. It's okay. It's all right. Not ideal. I do feel like they could have gotten out of the way just a little bit quicker, but it's all right. Honestly, his total time in pit was actually not that affected. We're gonna go and attack. We've got what we're looking for. We should be good on this. These tires should be equipped for this thing to go super fast. And I think we're going to be able to put some other wets on here in a bit. Although, to be fair, these wets almost might make it to the end of the race anyway. Actually, we should check that. If we don't go full on crazy, will these make it to the end of the race? Yeah, if we go crazy, they still make it. So no, we can stay where we're at. These tires last forever in the right conditions. Now, if they're the wrong conditions, they do start degrading pretty quickly. How many people ahead of us are on the wrong tires? Half the field. Like, we should be able to get past this guy right here. If Vettel will get out of our way. Vettel, go past him. Go past him. Go past him. What's going on, buddy? What are you doing? Just go past him. Why is he hogging the middle of the... Stop it. What is going on here? Just slingshot around him. What is going on? The guy is on super slow tires and you are slowing us up, buddy. Oh, that was a terrible move. Oh, great. Because you blocked me. This other guy's going past me. Thank you, Mr. Alpine dude. Get out of my way. Wow. That was annoying.
Alpha Tower regained a place.
Absolutely annoying. We should not have let this guy get past us. I mean, it is what it is, but come on. Get out of the way if you're on bad tires. Surprisingly, several people did not pit, but they're way ahead of us.
Good job, good job.
Goodness, the slowdown here is hurting us. Out of my way. Still people out on enters, which is insane. We are being slowed up so much. Get out of my way. Without DRS, this is actually pretty tough. No, don't fight for each other. Don't fight against each other. Although that is Theo. Probably would. No, Theo's on the left. I'm sorry. We are in Theo. We prefer Theo to stay ahead if possible, but because I think he can do more. Where's the thing to tell him? No. Isn't there a thing to tell him? Oh, don't fight teammate. Okay. Yeah. But we don't need to worry about that right now. If we get back in that situation again, we might tell him not to fight.
And a new position just gained by Williams. Ferrari advance the race position.
There's still people on bad tires. There are still people on bad tires. Wow. What's going on, Mercedes? Oh, I saw that. Oh, wow. Who was that? I didn't see who dropped off. No, don't run wide, buddy. Oh, that was terrible. We lost so much just there.
Seems to have been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Now look at this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved. And this, yes, there.
Oh, I thought he crashed more than that. I saw stuff fly up. I thought he hit something, and I didn't know what he hit. I saw, that was just the rocks and stuff.
Oh, they've run wide.
All right, it is starting to dry up. We'll find out. Is Mercedes still on enters? Several people are still on enters. Actually, Aston Martin and Mercedes both on enters. Although Aston Martin's in front of us. Can we catch them? We're actually not far behind them right now. We're getting to territory where his tires are going to be pretty good again, though. Come on, we should be able to get past him, though. Come on. There we go. There we go. Goodbye, enters. All right, here comes Ferrari. It's okay if they pass us. We expect that. But if we get past Mercedes on their bad tires, now it is pretty dry right now, right? It's comparatively, right? And it is going to get a little bit drier, but not a significant amount. So, do we stay out? That is the question. That does mean the inner guys are going to get kind of back a bit of a boost again, right? And these tires are going to start degrading more. So once we get below 4. We've got to drop these down to, I think, standard. So we're not just burning these tires up on the wrong thing. We can still go aggressive on the gas as long as we have some. But we don't want to go crazy on the tires right now, I don't think. You know, I'll go aggressive. If it goes below 3.5 millimeters, I'll drop it down a little more. We know the rain's coming back, though. Are these guys actually pitting for enters now? Can't tell. I'll check in a minute. Big thing is I do not want to burn up these tires on this unoptimal track.
We've just had a spin.
All right, we're going to go down standard. Again, I just don't want to burn these tires up on a less damp track, but I think we've got to stay out at this point. And there's a lot of people coming out for inners, but they're going to have to swap right back again here in... Well, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 7 laps worth. It's a lot of people going back to inners. 7 laps times, you know what? Let's say we lost a second per lap. That's 7 seconds. Versus, but the time spent in pit is the big thing. But if everybody else is going in pit, then we might as well too, because we don't really lose anything. Okay. It's crazy. We're going to go ahead and pit. Maybe we should have pit sooner. And I think we're going to stack them again. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. It's not ideal, but it's better than running again out on suboptimal tires. I'm going to drop you guys down to balance just for this bit because we're not really pushing very much. Unfortunately, all of our gains are now gone. Because all the people ahead of us are also on inners. Man, see, I don't know if that was the right move or not. I don't know. But it is getting well below the wets. Although here it comes again. See, we should have stayed on wets. I think that was a huge mistake. Man, we were looking really good. Starting to drop beginning though, maybe we're okay, but I still think it's just very unfortunate we lost what we gained. We were up there in 6th. Now could we have held on to 6th? I don't think so. It's also very unlikely we could have held on to it if we'd stayed on wets. I just don't know. It's hard to tell. But I don't think we get anything back. I think our best position will, for the rest of the race, will be 14th. I don't think we get back into that top 10 now. Whatever gains we had made by making a good strategic move, we potentially just made a bad strategic move, which puts us right back probably where we belong, quite frankly. It's possible we could have stayed on wets until it dropped below 3 millimeters, to be fair, which I don't know if it's ever going to drop below 3 millimeters, so maybe we could have stayed out. Is there anybody out on wets that's actually doing good? Yeah, there's several guys on wets that are doing fine right now. Well, I say that. Vettel's dropping back quite a bit, so maybe he is getting penalized. But with no DRS, we got to take that into account as well. I mean, we're technically faster than this guy right in front of us, who is on wets, but it's about to be his territory again, and then he's going to skyrocket past us probably. All right, we're going to drop it down to aggressive. We are back above 4. Is it going to just keep going up? Yes, but then it's going to come right back down again. So this is the opposite decision. Do we stay on the inners because we know it's going to come back down here again? Man, this is a tough call. Truth be told, I wish I'd gone the other direction. I wish I'd stayed on the wets a little bit longer because I'd rather be on the wet tires when it's a little drier than on these tires when it's a little too wet. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the wrong direction. I'm going to try and... Man. See, this guy's just making me look stupid right now. By how fast he's going, comparatively. If we come out on wets, we're staying on wets through all of this. Okay, exactly like what I just said. I'd rather be on the wets on drier ground than on these on wet ground. Because this is scary. We could crash. So, we're coming back in. Man, this is insane. Guess we'll put some fresh ones on. Might as well. And we're going to stack them again because it doesn't really seem to hurt anything too much. I mean, there's a lot of people pitting, so we're not losing much against a lot of people here. By being already on wets when it gets wet again after the next dry period, we might actually gain something.
It's a spin!
How many people are on wrong tires now? Nobody.
And there's an overtake.
So we have no speed advantage at this point. So we're back in 14th where we, were before. That pit just now. So nothing's changed here. But at least we're not losing more ground. It is going to dry up. It's starting to dry up now. We know it's going to be dry for several laps. We are going to take a penalty for several laps. Is that penalty worth the time period of a pit stop? I don't know.
Oh, there's a spin! Who's running wide there?
Come on, guys. Lots of clean air on this particular setup, right? Because it's just we're so spread apart. All right, there's people pitting again. All right, below 4. I'm going to drop down to aggressive. Also going to drop these down to balance for now. A lot of people pitting, but they're going to be on better tires than us. We'll see how much ground they catch back up on. Alright, looks like Russell's about to come flying past us here in a moment. Because he's probably on enters, I would imagine. He is. We're the only one of the only few that's on wets.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
That's 2 less pits that we have to take. Will us staying on wets on the wrong track conditions make up 2 pit stops? I don't know. This is the risk. I mean, he's just flying past us so much faster than we are.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
And it's just going to get drier and drier and drier until it gets wet again. Goodness, I think we made the wrong move again. I think the last time we should have stayed on wets. I think this time we should have gone enters. I think that's that. I think
Red Bull moved up.
we flip-flopped the time periods that we should have gained a little bit of an advantage. Because last time it wasn't dry for very long. This time it's going to be dry for quite a while. We've got a lot to gain. I'm going to go ahead and just go aggressive here. Hope that that's going to be good enough to shave a little bit off the times. But we are definitely losing ground. Lots and lots of ground. Here comes Alfa Romeo flying past us. Any time now? Here it comes. Maybe not. It's just about. Wonder if it gets dry enough for DRS to come back on. There's Alfa Romeo. Oh, double pass.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Come on, rain. We need the rain to save us. It's just drying up so much. Flip-flop those 2 decisions. Stay out last time, come in this time. I think we would have been really good position. I mean, it's going to get dry enough for slicks in a moment.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Come on, Rain, we need you. It's just not coming fast enough. Yep, flip-flop those decisions. Flip-flop those 2 decisions. And I think we're in top 10 right now if we flip those 2 decisions. Tires are getting pretty toasty, but we got a lot of wiggle room there. Come on, rain. Save me. And instead, it just keeps getting drier and drier. Again, it's practically slick weather right now. Look how much slower we are. Yeah, we're losing all the time we will gain when they have to go pit again. All of it. There's no way. We get maybe top 10. If we flip those decisions, I think we're... I don't know, man. We're up there. Way up there.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Oh, well. It's a learning experience, I guess. I probably will forget it, quite frankly, because I do that. But it is a learning experience. And here comes the rain here in a moment. Any moment now. We are so far behind. Yeah, because there's just... we having to pull over for these guys to pass us. Ah, I wish we had flip-flopped those decisions.
Look at that. They've run wide.
Goodness. I was looking like a genius early on, and then two very critical... I mean, I can't... I could have swapped by now, obviously, but I know the rain's coming. We're kind of just going to go all in for it. Oh, well. I just
Is that a new race position for Haas?
don't know how to read this very well. And I didn't think it was going to get this dry, to be honest. Because this right here did not look like 1 millimeter to me. But I don't know what it does. It's frustrating. I will be very honest with you. It's frustrating that it doesn't make it easier to see what in the world this is.
Safety car, safety car. Keep delta positive, stay up, keep delta.
Great. That means these guys are going to get a benefit
Crash.
from the safety car, which means they're going to get a pit for free back into wets. And all of our bonuses is completely shot. Man, we've just... I don't care anymore. I'm done. Well, with this race, that is. We'll see it out, but I hate that I screwed up so much. Alright, we can go back up to attack now. And full on push. And I don't know. Maybe we can stay 18th, 19th. That was a joke. Ah, man, I wish I could redo this race. I hate that I screwed that up. Now everybody's back on wets. Everybody's in the perfect thing. And any benefit we could have gained is completely gone. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. We definitely could have done better this race if I'd played it better. It's very frustrating.
Oh, we've had a spin. I think we've had a car run wide. Someone spun out.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Someone's run wide. Looks like there's been a lockup. Sounds like someone's locked up.
Of course, it's drawing off again here at the end, or towards the end. Well, it's definitely never going to get any wetter. So have people pit already? I mean, at this point, we've just got to pit again for... See, everybody's already pitting fitters, so... See, this to me looks like it's still wet enough for wets, but... I hate the wets. I hate the rain stuff for this game. It makes... I haven't figured it out yet. I had it figured out for a second there, right? We had a good strategy. We were up in 6th place and looking good. And just stop pitting at the right times. Oh well. I know I could have done better, and that's the only frustrating part. It's just I know we could have done better.
It's a collision.
I don't care about your front wing. We've already lost. It's okay. Just accept the loss.
Sounds like we've had a spin. Oh, did someone run wide there? A wonderful result here for the Williams driver.
I mean, all in all, a good result. I mean, if you told me coming in, you know, I was going to be 14th or whatever, 13th, whatever we ended up. Cool. But I know we could have done better. And it's really... Oh, we lost some stuff there, I guess, because I think a penalty or something. 14th and 17th. I mean, it's fine. I know we could have done better, though. And that's really just really frustrating. I wish I could do this exact lap race again and try the other strategy and see how much of a difference it would make. I gotta learn the wet stuff. Wait, it looked so good early on. I thought it looked like I was the genius. And then I did a flipped 2 decisions. And when... Oh, that's smart. Of course they did. Because they made smart decisions. Unlike my stupid ones. I'm really beating myself up because I know this was 100% me. This has nothing to do with cars, drivers, anything like that. 100% me, and that's the frustrating part. I don't know. We'll probably get another wet race at some point. Maybe I get a chance to make amends. Oh, well. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.